Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna. Welcome, everyone, for the 14th day of our spiritual journey.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Today we will be taking the session on material modes of nature. But before we start with the session, Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agyan Timrandhasya Gyananjan Shalakya Chakshuru Umritam Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pisthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Tinamine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharina Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Paschat Desatarine. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So today will be a very special chapter wherein we can very easily relate the chapter with ourselves and someone who is very close to us, the near dear ones, the friends, the relatives, everyone. Chapter is on material modes of nature. So we will be specifically focusing on three modes, which is mode of goodness, that is Satogun, mode of passion, that is Rajogun, and mode of ignorance, that is Tamogun. Yes, my daughter will be singing a bhajan. Yes, she is just sitting next to me. I'm going to give her the opportunity. So please bear with her. She is going to sing a bhajan for Krishna. Come, Astha. She is Astha Dubey. She is into the 7th standard, 12 years of age.
Hare Krishna. I am Astha Dubey. मेरे बाके बिहारी लाल, हाँ हाँ, मेरे बाके बिहारी लाल, तुम इतना मत करियो श्रृंगार, नजर लग जाएगी, नजर लग जाएगी, मेरे बाके बिहारी लाल, हाँ हाँ हाँ, तोरी कसुरतिया पे मन मोर अटका, प्यारा लागे तोरा पीला पटका, हाँ तोरी सूरतिया पे मन मोर अटका, प्यारा लागे तोरा पीला पटका, तोरी टेढ़ी मेढ़ी चाल, हाँ हाँ, तोरी टेढ़ी मेढ़ी चाल, तुम इतना ना करियो श्रृंगार, नजर लग जाएगी, नजर लग जाएगी, मेरे बाके बिहारी लाल, हाँ हाँ, तोरी मुरलिया पे मन मोर अटका, प्यारा लागे तोरा नीला पटका, हाँ तोरी मुरलिया पे मन मोर अटका, प्यारा लागे तोरा नीला पटका, तोरे घुंगर बाले बाल, हाँ हाँ, तोरे घुंगर बाले बाल, तुम इतना ना करियो श्रृंगार, नजर लग जाएगी, नजर लग जाएगी, हाँ तोरी कमरिया पे मन मोर अटका, प्यारा लागे तोरा काला पटका, हाँ तोरी कमरिया पे मन मोर अटका, प्यारा लागे तोरा काला पटका, तोरे गले बैजंती माल, हाँ हाँ, तोरे गले बैजंती माल, तुम इतना मत करियो श्रृंगार, नजर लग जाएगी, नजर लग जाएगी मेरे बाके बिहारी लाल। हाँ हाँ, मेरे बाके बिहारी लाल, तुम इतना ना करियो श्रृंगार, नजर लग जाएगी। बोलो बाके बिहारी लाल की जय।
जय।
My entire family, wife, daughter, son, mother, father, everyone is everyone has adopted the path of devotion. Everyone is Vaishnav. My Mataji also sings very good, very nice bhajans, traditional bhajans. So let's start with the session. I will share the screen. Mataji, can you see the slide?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So as I had told you, the topic of today is 3 modes of material nature. That means material modes of nature, wherein everyone is getting impacted on this. You know, whenever we do kirtan, whenever we sing bhajans, whenever we do some special thing for our Krishna, it helps to destroy the negative energy. And it not only helps by destroying the negative energy, but it also safeguards from the evil also. So for this, you need to have a complete faith without any ifs or buts. So let's start with the session. We are going to talking about the sattvic, the rajas, and the tamas. In our day-to-day life, we always talk about the sattvic, that is satogun, material modes of nature. This is that is mode of goodness. Mode of passion is rajas, that is rajogun, and mode of ignorance is tamas, that is tamogun. So we all have a nature. That means basically, if you see, we all have a nature. We have certain thoughts. That thoughts becomes our karma, and then karma becomes our habits, and habit becomes our character, and then character becomes our destiny. So we have a very clear relationship. Our thoughts leads to karma leads to the habit leads to the character, and then destiny. So if we know this quality of people, that in which particular mode, in which particular good we all are working, we can predict about us or someone who we know very well. So if you see the Ved, you know the purpose of Ved is to understand the God. And who is the God? Kanhaiya, Krishna. So the Ved speaks about 3 different types of lifestyle. The first is goodness, that is Satoguna, which is very hard to form, but enormous benefit in long run. Very hard. Getting into the mode of goodness is not so easy. But if we go into this particular mode, if we continue to live in this particular mode, then there is huge amount of benefit in the long run. In the short, in the initial stage, there is no benefit. Difficult to see any benefit, but long-term benefit is there. Now let's talk about the complete opposite. That is ignorance, tamoguna. Bad habits. The bad habits in short and long terms. So there is no benefit attached to tamoguna. If anyone who is displaying the mode of ignorance or in tamoguna, no benefit, only loss and loss and loss. Now let's talk about the passion mode. That is rajoguna, rajas. In this, there is immediate pleasure, instant pleasure. Like you have a puff of cigarette and you get feel relaxed because of the nicotine in there. So immediate pleasure is that, but lots of pain later on. Lots of pain later on. So instant pleasure is there, That afterwards, pain and pain and pain. So let's see the chapter in details. The first sloka, which is said by our Krishna, Sri Bhagwan Vachah Param Bhuya Pravakshami Jnananam Jnanam Uttamam Jat Gyatva Munaya Sarva Prasiddhim Ito Matagata. Lots of background noises there. So if you see in the first very sloka, Krishna is saying, the supreme personality of God is saying, Krishna is saying, again I shall declare to you this supreme wisdom, the best of all the knowledge, knowing which all the sages have attained the supreme perfections. That means he is going to tell us something again very special, again which will raise our own wisdom, through which we, not only we, but very high sages, Muni, Rishi Muni, Sapta Rishi kind of thing, they have attained the Param Siddhi. That means they have attained the supreme perfection. So such knowledge which that Muni has got, that Sages has got, Krishna is going to give to us also. So let's get benefited. When such opportunity comes, we should be always in the front. We should be a front runner. We should never be back. We should always try to come on the first spot so that we get benefited by such knowledge. Instead of wasting time somewhere else, this is one of the best thing. Now, let what Prabhupada is saying. Now, in this chapter, the Lord himself explained what those qualities are, how they act, how they bind, and how they give salvation. We are talking about the qualities of three modes. The knowledge which has been brought to light in this chapter is said to be superior to the knowledge given in other earlier chapters. That means whatever we have learned till time, this knowledge is superior to it. Every chapter is important. Nothing is less important. But you can see, like there are, we are when we cut the onion, we peel it off. So one layer, another layer, next layer. Similarly, Krishna is opening each and every layer of knowledge for us. So by acquiring this knowledge, many sages attained Siddhi and fled to the Vaikuntha Lok. Now the Lord is going to convey the same knowledge in a better way. This knowledge is far superior to all the yoga of knowledge that has been told so far, and many people have attained accomplishment after knowing this. So we are also going to attain the accomplishment. So we are also going to get benefited. Let's see what. The second sloka. The second sloka says, by becoming fixed in this knowledge, one can attain to the transcendental nature like my own. So if we understand the knowledge which Krishna is giving to us, we will be attaining the same transcendental position of Krishna, the nature of Krishna. Thus, established one is not born at the time of creation or disturbed at the time of dissolution. If we get established in this knowledge, then we will be free from the cycle of birth and death. There will be no birth, no death, no jara, no vyadhi. We will be very much similar with the nature of the God. We will not God, we will never be God. We will never be God, but we will be having the same nature of like God. So we will be free from the birth and death. We will have divya svabhav, transcendental nature. So whenever the death will come, we will be never in stress situation. We will be relaxed. Oh, this is something which has to be there. We will feel, oh, death is going to happen. Death will always be there. So normally, if you see, when you walk the talk, when we walk in the life of devotion, when you start practicing devotion, that fear of death goes away. Fear of death goes away. And then we will start living the life without complaints, no complaints at all, no regrets at all. Even though we have lots of troubles, lots of problems, lots of issues, but then also by realizing this knowledge, by Understanding this knowledge of Krishna will feel, oh, that is part of this materialistic life. Materialistic pain, materialistic gain is different, but spiritualistic approach is really different. So we will forget our complaints and regrets. The fourth shloka says, it should be understood that all the species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by the birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed giving father. Now, what Krishna is saying, that I am the seed giving father for everyone in this materialistic nature, not only for human beings, all the living beings. So if you remember, in the chapter number 8, we had Golok chart. In the Golok chart, we had discussed, right, that where is the Krishna Lok. From Vishnu navel, Brahma has born, right, and he is sitting onto the lotus feet. So he's sitting onto the lotus. So we know that Brahma is Prajapati, right? Brahma has given the birth to all the Prajapatis. He is the Param Brahma. But Par Prajapati is nothing but Vishnu. Now, another way of explaining this thing is that, you know, never nature gives the body. Nature gives the body. But in this body, like what we have the body, that is given by the nature. The body has been controlled and manifested by Panch Mahabhut, right? But the body is there. But who injects the soul in this? Unless and until the soul has been injected, the body is dead body, no use. But when the soul is getting injected, the body starts growing from the infant to youth to maturity. It grows, and again it descends also. But injection of the soul is happening by Krishna in the nature. If Krishna doesn't inject the soul, neither the plant will grow, neither the human beings will grow, neither any other living beings. Now, material nature consists of three modes. We discussed something sometimes before: goodness, passion, and ignorance. That means Satagun, Rajagun, and Tamagun. When the eternal living entity comes in contact with the nature, eternal living entity, when we say eternal living entity, that means Shashwat Jiv, permanent Jiv, comes in contact with the nature, oh mighty Arjun, he becomes conditioned by this mode. He got attached to the modes. So if you see, by nature, in a particular day, many times we exhibit the Satoguna, many times we exhibit the Rajoguna also, and at the same time, we exhibit the Tamoguna also. So we have certain properties of all. Sometimes when you, like in this class, all the 85 people who have connected to the class right now, they are in the mode of goodness. They are Satoguni because they are discussing, listening Krishna Vani. But as soon as the class is over and we people go and start for drinking, eating, and if the food is which they are eating or drinking is not of Satoguna, it becomes Rajoguna or Tamoguna. But primarily, in spite of we exhibiting the qualities of different modes of nature, but primarily we are being characterized by one single mode. So when we talk about conditions of modes, that means condition of the nature. Like suppose I am human being, someone is a lion, someone is a bird. They are conditioned, right? The sixth sloka says, oh sinless, that means Arjun is sinless. Arjun doesn't have any sin. Oh sinless one, the mode of goodness being purer than the others is illuminating, and it frees one from all the sinful reactions. So someone who is already in the mode of goodness is purer than other. Those situated in that mode becomes conditioned by a sense of happiness and knowledge. So those people who exhibits the properties of mode of goodness, those who are Satoguni, they are always happy. They are always happy. Even in the tough situation also, they are happy. And they have knowledge. Now, how? Let's try to understand the characteristics of this mode of goodness. This kind of people who are in mode of goodness or satoguni, they always talk sweet. They don't land anyone in trouble. They give donations, generous donations. They help any others. So basically, if you see, they are tolerant. They don't discriminate. They perform their own duties. They always talk about truth. They are merciful. They carefully study the past and future. They are satisfied in any of the conditions. They are very generous, and they can easily do renunciation of sense gratifications. They are free from sense gratifications. They have faith in the spiritual master. They have very much having faith in their guru. If they do some wrong things, they get embarrassed. They feel guilty. Huge charity. And they are very, very simple, down to earth kind of people. Humbleness. So these are all the characteristics of a Satoguni people. Now let's see someone who is in mode of passion, Rajoguni. So once we complete the slide, you can yourself evaluate whether you are in which particular mode. You can think what is your nature. Are you Tamoguni? Are you a Rajoguni? Are you a Satoguni? What? Ignorant, passion, or goodness? Which mode you exhibit? Think of it. Now, the mode of passion is born of unlimited desires and longings. O son of Kunti, and because of this, the embodied living entity is bound to material fruity actions. Now, completely different than the Satoguni. This kind of people are having unlimited desires and longings. They are basically, if I to say, this kind of passionate people are really laborious, really laborious, but they at the same time unfulfilled desire. That means if they have 1 BHK home, they will think of 2 BHK. If they have 2 BHK home, they will think of 3 BHK. If they have 3 BHK home, they will think of the bungalow, mansion. If they have that also, they will think of the farmhouse. So the desires will always increase, always increase. If they are driving two-wheeler, they will think of four-wheeler. So if they will get a Tata Tiago, then we'll think of that, oh, Tagara, Tiago, it's okay, let's me have a Nexon. If they will have a Nexon, then they will think of a Tata Safari. And if they have Tata Safari, then they will think of, oh, my neighbor, is having an Audi. So they will think of having an Audi. When they will get an Audi, they will think of Jaguar. When they will have a Jaguar, they will think of Rolls Royce. So the desires never ever gets fulfilled. But very laborious. They want to achieve by their labor. They will do 10 hours, 12 hours, 15 hours, 18 hours of work to achieve their goal. Once they achieve the goal, they change the goalpost. They like to show their influence. That suppose this kind of people, if they go and attend a social function, then they want that if I am coming, I should be recognized. Someone should welcome me, and I should always sit into the front row. I should be called onto the dais. I should be given respect. I should get a bouquet, a shawl, a shrifal. I should be taken. I should be given respect, identity, and they also want to show the influence. They say, now let me tell you some movie dialogue also, which symbolize that how these passionate people are. These people are that if suppose you give a bad word to them, they will give you 4 times of the bad words to you. They will say, how dare you, तुम्हारी औकात क्या है मेरे सामने खड़े होने की. Let me some give movie dialogues. मैं जहां पे खड़ा होता हूं वहां से लाइन शुरू होती है. These people are full of मैं, that is I. तुम्हारी हिम्मत कैसे हुई, तुम्हारी औकात क्या है, तुम क्या जानो. तुम जितना कमाते हो उतना तो मैं चाय पी लेता हूँ, उतना मैं पान खा लेता हूँ, उतना मैं ड्रिंक कर लेता हूँ, यानी दे वांट टू शो देयर पावर, they want to exhibit their power. They pay good amount of money to go to hell. When I say go to hell, that means huge amount of party, drinking, smoking, addiction, charas, ganja, everything they will do. These are passionate people. Now let's come to the next one, which is the mode of darkness, that is mode of ignorance, tamoguni. O son of Bharat, know the mode of darkness, the born of ignorance, is the delusion of all embodied living entities. The result of this mode are madness, indolence, and sleep, which binds the conditioned soul. So, of the three modes, this is the lowest mode. This is the lowest mode. This kind of people wants to get everything free. They don't want to do any labor for this. They don't want to do any work for this. Easily they want. Easily. Lethargic people, they always want to sleep. They don't have any aim of the life. Each day is passing, each and every day is passing, and for them doesn't make any different. They are always confused. They are always ready to do wrong activities. They want to earn everything. They want to enjoy the life. They want to have everything, but without doing any karma, without doing any work. They will always talk about wrong things, wrong activities. Now, let me give an example to distinguish between the passionate people and the ignorant people. If a particular person, Mr. A, is having huge amount of money, and and this is known to the people who is already in the mode of passion, Rajogodi people, what they will go do? They will go and approach Mr. A. They will explain all the kinds of logics, all the plans. They will show all goody goody pictures, and they will try to extract their money, want to get their money invested in their project, showing a huge blueprint. Aim is to get the money. That is passionate people. Passionate people will never give you the time unless they see the benefit in you. If suppose you want to meet them, passionate people, Rajoguni people will first think whether is there any benefit in meeting this person. If they will see benefit, they will try to meet you 100 times. They will do a continuous follow up with you. And if they don't see any benefit with you, then they will completely avoid you. They will never answer your calls also. If they see you, you just turn back and go away. These are kind of passionate people. Whereas if the tamogani people or the mode of ignorant people, if they tend to know that Mr. A is having huge amount of money, so they will say, why to go and appease him? Why to tell different plans? No, just cut the throat, take the money and go away. That's the difference between them. The ninth shloka says, O son of Bharat, the mode of goodness conditions one to happiness. Passion conditions are for fruity actions. And the ignorance covering one's knowledge binds one to madness. That means, if you see, the Satoguni are always in happiness. The Rajoguni, that is mode of passion, they are always related to the fruity actions. And ignorant, they don't have any knowledge at all. Confused people, full of madness, sunky kind of people. They don't know what is right or wrong. The three guns, let's see. Rajo, Sato, and Tamogun. The Tamas people, they are always dull, depressed, repressed. They do damaged activity. They are neglected, denied, underactive people. They will, if you see a Tamogani people, they will sleep the entire day. They will expend their entire day by sleeping only. Whereas Rajogodi people, They are overexcited. They are manic, obsessive, addicted, greedy, more and more and more and more. Selfish, lust, overactive. Now let's see. Mode of goodness. Let's try to understand. Sattva gun. Purest in real happiness, knowledge free from sinful activities, equal to all, go to higher planets. This kind of people go to higher planets. We will see. Mode of passion, that is Rajoguni people. See, if you see in the Sattva people tend to help. They never make laugh of such situations. Whereas in mode of passion, Rajoguni, unlimited desires attached to the fruit of activities, hankering, lamenting, greedy, misery, take birth on birth again. They don't go to the higher planets. They have materialistic desire. They will not follow the spiritual master's advice. They are audacious. They so I can do it. I can do it. Very laborious. No? Most of the people are Rajoguni. If you ask me, we all are maximum of the Rajoguni people. This Rajoguni people do devotional service also, but for some time. And if they don't find any benefits, they will say, I am doing this 16 round of chanting, but I am not getting any benefit. So I will stop chanting. So they see everything for the benefit only. Mode of ignorance in darkness, madness, oversleeping, addicted to intoxicants, foolish go to hellish planet. That means they go to hell. They are kind of parasites, basically. They don't want to do anything, just want to relax. They want to give orders, but they don't want to work. Who? Tamoguni people. So Satoguni is symbolized by purity, Rajoguni is symbolized by passion and activity, and Tamoguni is symbolized by the ignorance. So pure goodness, so the Sattvagun, they always do Hare Kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So if you see in Sattvagun, positive, pure, pleasure, divine, whereas in Rajagun, they are controlling mixed, selfish desires, human. And Tamogun is ignorance, that is negative, impure, pain, demonic activities. The 10th shloka says, sometimes the mode of goodness becomes prominent, defeating the mode of passion and ignorance. As son of Bharat, sometimes the mode of passion defeat the goodness and ignorance, and other times ignorance defeat goodness and passion. In this way, there is always a competition for the supremacy. What happens? A particular person, sometimes he exhibits more of the Satogun and he defeats the passion and the ignorance. And sometimes, like suppose we are doing this class, 96 people are there. So what we are doing? We are listening Krishna Vani, Bhagavad Gita. So we have defeated the Tamogun and Rajogun. We are in Satogun now. And after that, suppose we go for a drink, liquor party, alcohol party. Then that Rajogun has defeated the Satogun. If you are backbiting something, if you are doing some ill planning, then Tamogun has defeated the Rajogun and Satogun. So being a single person, he can exhibit 3 guns and sometimes one defeats another. So it is all because of the mind. The mind is pulling. So we have to control the mind. We have to ensure that the mind is engaged in devotional activities. So if you want to control your mind, you can go to the YouTube channel wherein there is a class which has been taken on mind control techniques. Go through that particular class and you can get benefited from it. Mind is our friend also, and if not properly utilized, it becomes the enemy. So let's talk about the 11th shloka. The manifestation of the mode of the goodness can be experienced when all the gates of body are illuminated by knowledge. So that means What happens when there is increase in goodness? All the gates are illuminated by knowledge. That means we will have more of the gyan. So when you will listen to Bhagavad Gita, what will happen? You tend to become knowledgeable. So what is the result? Purity. Right? The knowledge develops. Knowledge develops. Let me give another example, which I always quote this example in level 1. We always are impatient for weekends. We wait for the weekends to come, the Saturdays and Sundays. So let's distinguish these three modes of goodness, passion and ignorance. The Satoguni people, when the weekend will come, what they will do? They will do devotional service, bhakti. They will go to the temple. They will do kirtan. They will do more rounds of japa. They will have association of the devotees. And for the Rajogudi people, what a passion, what they will do? They will wait impatiently for the weekend, and as soon as the weekend comes, they will go for the shopping. They will go for watching movies. They will go for a long drive. They will plan for a short vacation. Enjoying the life, enjoying the life. And whereas mode of goodness, Satoguni will go to the temple. If some pilgrimage place is nearby, like Vrindavan, they will go to Vrindavan. Like people who stay in Delhi, they will easily go to Vrindavan. 3 hours. But if the weekend is approaching, the Tamoguni people will what do? They will completely sleep for 2 days. They will say, कुछ मत बोलना, मुझे सोने दो. मैं बहुत मेहनत किया हूँ, बहुत काम किया हूँ, सोने दो. They will do time pass. They will have association with wrong people. They will have all kind of intoxications. They will do gambling. Tamoguni people will have extramarital affairs, and if they are not married, they will have affairs with many girls or many boys. O chief of the Bharat, when there is an increase in the mode of passion, the symptoms of great attachment, uncontrollable desires, hankering, and intense endeavor develop. That is Rajoguni nature. So when there is increase in passion, what will happen? They will do 12 hours of work, 18 hours of work, working day and night, intense endeavor to achieve something, uncontrolled desires, and all the desires are linked to the fruity activities, sakam karma. They don't know what is nishkam. They will always talk about sakam, ek haath de, dusre haath le. This they believe. What is the result? Misery, greed. See this image. What is he doing? He's collecting money, money, money. If you have lakh rupees in your account, you will think of crore. If you get crore, you will think of 10 crores. 10 crores, then it will keep on adding 0 0 to it. See, such people always look for outside of marriage affairs. Always thinking of fulfilling the materialistic senses, gratifications. Now, let's talk about the 13th sloka. O son of Kuru, when there is an increase in the mode of ignorance, madness, illusion, inertia, and darkness are manifested. That means what happens? Such kind of people are addicted. They want weed, they want ganja, they want all kind of intoxications. They are sharabi, nasedi. They always want to have bhog in their life. And what is the result of this? Confusion, foolishness. Now let's talk about the death. When one dies in the mode of goodness, he attains to the pure higher planets of the great sagas. That means someone who dies in the mode of goodness. कोई सतुगुण में मरता है तो क्या होता है? He will go to the higher planets. He will go to स्वर्गलोक, जनलोक, तपलोक, सत्यलोक. He will go to the higher planets on above the earth. When one dies in the mode of passion, he takes birth among those engaged in the fruitive activities. And when one dies in the mode of ignorance, he takes birth in the animal kingdom. dangerous. So someone who dies in the mode of passion. So such people who dies in the mode of passion always think at the time of death, what they will think? Oh, I have made so much of money. I'm a millionaire. I have so much of money in my bank account. Now what will happen to that money? Oh, I have a Rolls Royce. I have a Toyota Fortuner. I have never allowed anyone to drive it. I take care of so much. Now it will be mishandled by someone else. My son, my brother, my relatives will mishandle it. Oh, my wife, she is very dear to me. She doesn't know I have taken care of her, and what will happen to her. So at the time of death, they will think like this, and they will take a birth of again in the again in this particular planet, maybe sometime animal kingdom. The result of pious activity is pure, and it is said to be in the mode of goodness. But action done in the mode of passion result in misery, and action performed in the mode of goodness result in foolishness. From the mode of goodness, real knowledge develops. From the mode of passion, greed develops. And from the mode of ignorance, develops foolishness, madness, and illusion. So if you think goodness leads to knowledge, passion leads to greediness. Ignorance leads to foolishness, madness, and illusion. See the facial expression. Someone who is gajedi, someone who is sharabi, who is drunkard, if you see, there is never a glow on his face. Whereas the mode of goodness, Satoguni people, huge glow on the face. And Tamoguni people, it seems like they have never taken bath for many days. And Rajoguni, huge amount of stress on their face, worry on the face, misery on the face. Tamoguni people always look helpless. They don't have any aim goal. Whereas Satoguni are completely opposite. They are never get distress. See, in the old age also, even though in old age the face glows in for Satoguni people, and those who are in old age who belongs to the mode of ignorance see their face, ghostly faces. The 18th shloka says, those situated in the mode of goodness gradually go upward to the higher planets. Those in the mode of passion live on the earthly planets, and those in the abominable mode of ignorance go down to the hellish world. That means Satoguni goes to the heaven or above planets, Rajoguni on the earth, and Tamoguni go down to the hell. This you just for your understanding. There are total of the 14 planets or 14 bhuvans. If you see, this is the earth where my cursor is. This is the earth. Above it is Bhuvarlok, then above it is Swargalok, then Maharlok, then Janlok, then Taplok, and then Satyalok. Satyalok is the place where Brahma lives. Right? So people in the mode of goodness goes to such planets above the earth, higher planets. Those who are unfulfilled desires, passionate people, they always live on the earth only. Whereas those who are ignorant, Tamogudi, they go to Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, and then finally Atal. Which and this is the 14 bhuvans. The next slok is, are you ready to see a particular video which can easily distinguish between the Rajoguni, Tamoguni, and Satoguni people? I have got my hard disk today, don't worry. But that video will take approximate 20 minutes, but it's a very fantastic video. It will help us to clean our vision. If you're ready to see the video, do let me know. Very fantastic video. The name of the video is Two Trains. Very fantastic video. So when one properly sees that in all activities no other performer is at work than this modes of nature, and he knows the Supreme Lord who is transcendental to all these modes, he attains my spiritual place, spiritual nature. So when we know that whatever happens is because of the material mode of the nature, and he can't do anything, there is no other performer is at work than the modes of nature, then he can understand the Supreme Lord. So if you want to get uplifted from these three modes, if you want to get uplifted, that means from tamo to raju, raju to sato, and from satogun to further upliftment, then that is Suddha Bhakt, pure devotee. Pure devotee is above all these three modes. A pure devotee becomes pure when he crosses the limit of all these three modes. And that happens only through devotional service. That happens only with bhakti. So when we do this, we get a confirmed seat for Golok, confirmed birth, and wherein we don't have to take the luggage there. And when we travel to such places, we don't have to take the luggage. Luggage means our attachment. We have to leave the entire attachment. And if you see, if I ask you, where is your actual residence? You may say, I reside in Chandigarh, I reside in Mumbai, I reside in Delhi, I have a home, I stay in a rented place. But for all of us, we are a tenant here. Our actual residence is Golok, and we want to go there. For that, we have to uplift ourselves to the Shuddha Bhakta status. That means pure devotee by devotional service. When the embodied being is able to transcend from these three modes associated with the material body, he can free from the birth and death, old age and their distress, and can enjoy the nectar even in this life. Yes, we can even enjoy in this life. Forget about the next life. We are planning for the next life by doing worship, by doing devotional service. But we can enjoy the nectar in this life by devotional service. In the 21st shloka, Arjun is asking, Arjun inquired, "Oh my dear Lord, by which symptoms is one known who is transcendental to these three modes? What is his behavior and how does he transcend the modes of nature?" Now Arjun is asking that you're talking about to cross the three modes, uplifting yourself above the three modes. So someone who has already crossed the limit, or so already crossed these three modes, someone who is above the three modes, how that particular person will be known? What is the behavior of such persons who has already uplifted himself above the three modes? How can we identify him? So if you want to know a particular person who is above the Satogun, that means much better than Satoguni, much Paramhans state, Shuddha Bhakti state, then how we should know what is the behavior of the particular person? One who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all the circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahma. That means someone who is above the three modes, how does he display his behavior? He always engages himself in full devotional service. He doesn't have anything else. His priority work is devotional service towards Krishna. Unfailing in all the circumstances, irrespective of the circumstances, he always engages himself in devotional service. So someone who is in devotional service always engage himself in devotional service irrespective of the circumstances, transcends the mode of material nature. So if you see, every time Krishna is saying that you by only one thing you can cross, you can manage the three modes of material nature is bhakti, devotional service. That's why we say at least one round of japa should be done. One round of japa. Now, the next sloka, Krishna is saying, I am the basis of the impersonal Brahma, which is immortal, imperishable, and eternal, and is the constitutional position of the ultimate happiness. That means I am the basis. I give a shelter to the impersonal Brahma, which is immortal, avinashi, amarth, imperishable, eternal, shashwat, and that is constitutional position of the ultimate happiness. That means Krishna is saying, I give ashray, I give basis, I give support to the Nirakar Brahma. That means Sakar Sagunwadi gives support to the Nirakar one. Like, let me give an example. You have mobile, right? You have mobiles. If how this gets connected from Paramatma to Atma. This is your mobile. That means this is our body. This is our body. If there is no SIM in this, the body is the mobile is useless. So when we insert the SIM here, when we insert the SIM and we activate it, then this mobile gets activated. It is useful. Similarly, this body is our mobile, and when Krishna inject the soul in our body, then body becomes active. But what is the use of the activity? Unless this SIM got activated, but it should have the network. Imagine you're activating the mobile in such a place wherever there is no mobile internet connectivity. What is the use then? Even though there is a SIM in this, the mobile is there, SIM is there, but internet connectivity is not there. Network connectivity is not there. The mobile is useless then. So that network tower, which provides the network and the internet, is nothing but the Parameshwar. So if this SIM is not connected to the tower, it is useless. This phone is useless along with the SIM. SIM is also useless. Mobile is also useless. If the SIM gets into the range of the network with internet, then only it is useful. Similarly, our soul, which is there, if it doesn't get connected to the Paramatma, super soul, it is useless. So it should have a connection to the Paramatma, super soul. How we will have connection? By way of Bhagavad Gita. So let me ask some questions and then I have a poll for you. I'm asking, you are in which mode of material mode? The first is Satogun, means I said Satogun is goodness, Rajogun is your passion, Tamogun is ignorance. So you are in which gun? Think of it. If you are rising up early, 5 o'clock, you are in Satogun. If you are rising at 8 o'clock, Rajogun. If you are rising at 11 o'clock, Tamogun. That means ignorance. So what do you do after you rise up? If you are doing kirtan, bhajan, then you are in mode of goodness. If you are going for a physical walk, jogging, you are in the mode of passion. And when you just rise up and again you go to sleep, you are in mode of ignorance, tamoguna. So what kind of books you prefer? If you read books related to Ved, books related to Krishna, Bhagavatam, then you are in Sattvagun. If you read the books, how to become rich, how to influence others, how, better management style, fictions, book of spiritual fictions, it's nothing but Rajogun. Tamogun, like if you try to read comics kind of book, you are in Mode of ignorance. No, time of sleeping. If you are sleeping at 9 o'clock, then you are in goodness. Sleeping late, 11 o'clock, you are in passion. If you are sleeping late by 2 o'clock, you are in ignorance. A important story. Valmiki story. Do anyone know the story of Valmiki? Do anyone knows the story of Valmiki? Can anyone wants to share the story of Valmiki? Am I audible? Mataji, am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. Can anyone wants to share the story of Valmiki? Atish Prabhu, you have raised your hand. Yeah, Prabhu, tell us.
Yes, Valmiki, he used to be Dashu Ratnakar before. Now, when he had got hold of a saint, he said, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to cut all your fingers. So the saint said, for what are you doing this? The Valmiki, who used to be a dacoit at that time, he said that I do it for money. Then the saint asked, for whom do you do? He said, I do it for my wife, my father, my family. So Valmiki asked, I mean, the saint asked uh, to Valmiki, who was the Shuratnakar, uh, please go and ask your family, does they want you to do this for earning your living? Will they come with you to hell when you die for you having done so many crimes, committed so many offenses? That time, that Shiv who later became Valmiki, went home and asked everyone. So the father said, "No, I won't. When did I ask you to do all this? I didn't even know." The wife asked. He went and asked his wife. Wife also said, "No. Why will I come with you? You do whatever to earn money for running the household. That is your responsibility."
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Avik Prabhu, you want to add anything, or you want to confirm what Atish Prabhu is saying is right? Yeah, Avik Prabhu. I am unmuting yourself. You want to add anything or confirm?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji, I would to add, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Prabhu. Tell.
He asked, Dashu Ratnakar asked all his family members whether they will accompany him in hell or not. So they didn't say that they will accompany him. So the saint, I think it is Narad Muni. Okay, I'm not sure, but he told that you then chant. So
Thank
he
you,
started.
Prabhu. Thank you. Let me
Thank
summarize it.
Okay.
We are running short of time. See, the purpose of sharing you the story of Valmiki is that he was doing wrong deeds, and when he caught hold with Narad, Narad said, since you are doing wrong deeds, and which will be bringing you the wrong fortune, you will be basically tied up for all these wrong deeds. You have to go to hell. So since you're doing the wrong activities, wrong deeds, you have to go to hell. So say you're doing for a family, please ask your family members whether they will participate in your wrong deeds or not, whether they will share the karma of this or not. All the family persons denied. In short, I'm saying they denied. Similarly, it's our own situation also. We feel that I'm doing wrong, I'm cheating, I'm stealing, I'm doing every other wrong things, not for me, but for my family, so that they can live, eh, they can have a very good life, they can enjoy their life, they can have everything they want. So we are doing for a family. we are also in the position of Valmiki. But as in the case of Valmiki, the family members didn't accepted the karma what he is doing. He said that you have done wrong, you face the karma. Similarly, is our situation also. So whatever wrong we are doing, we have to face the karma. Not any of the family members are going to participate into that. So when we have to face the karma, why should we do wrong? So let's see the slides in short and we will move on. Dear son, he asked to his son whether he will share the sins. The son said no. He asked to his wife, the wife said no. He asked his father, the father also said, why should I share the sin which you have done? Sin is done by you. And then the Narad gave him the gyan that do chant Rama. And he started chanting Ram, 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 and he started saying Mara, 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 Mara. But Ram or Krishna is the one. They are the same. In spite of saying Mara, 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 then also he got the blessings of Ram. Valmiki means anti-hill. He has done such a great tapasya that on him the ant hill has been created. But then also he was liberated. He composed Ramayana. So basically, if you see, when no one has accepted the sins of Valmiki, similarly in our situation also no one is going to accept the sins of ours what we are doing. So we have to face our sins. We have to face our misdeeds. So when we have to face our misdeed, why should we do wrong? We feel that we are taking care of the family, relatives, society. No one is going to come with us. So the real happiness is what? In serving the Lord. The real happiness is in devotional service toward Krishna and Radha. Real happiness is in serving our spiritual master. So make Bhagavad Gita as your best friend. You will not love you will not lose in any situation of life. So you should, Anna, this is a request of mine to every one of you, that if you have a hard copy of Bhagavad Gita, nothing like it. If you don't have it, although you have the soft copy with you, I would request to have a hard copy. It's a small investment of approximately 150 rupees. Or if you want to have the entire set, it will be around 600 rupees, wherein you get 4 books, the mala, the Sakshi mala, the bead bags, everything will get. Radha Krishna photo also. Do a small investment of this and your life will change. So you identify the modes, which mode you are in. So let me see whether I have a poll for you or not. Now, I'm really sorry to say that I have created all the polls in Hindi, but then also I will post the poll to you. The poll says in which mode you are. The first option is Shuddha Bhakt, that means pure devotee. The second is Tamogun, that is mode of ignorance. The third is Rajagun, that is mode of passion. And the fourth option is Satagun, that is mode of goodness. So I'm launching the poll. Please answer it. Think of you and give a correct response. It is anonymous. I'm not going to know who you are, but you do your self evaluation and respond to this. So at the time you are answering, please evaluate yourself. And do you want to spend some minutes? If you want to spend minutes, I can show you a very fantastic video, 2 trains, but it will take approximately 20 minutes. If you can devote that 20 minutes for yourself, not for me, that video is an eye opener for every one of us. If you can manage 20 minutes, nothing like it. So if you want to see that video, post your message into the chats. So most of you have asked to show the video. I will show the video. After the video, we will have question and answers. So I'm closing the poll. Let me publish the results to you. 7% they are saying they are Shuddha Bhakt, which is pure devotee. 15% accepted that they are in Tamogun. It's better that we accept the reality. 60% in Rajagun, that is mode of passion, and 18% in Satagun. So whatever you are, you know yourself the best. You know yourself the best. So if you are in pure devotee form, nothing like it. That's the ultimate goal of your life. Serve the Krishna. So Shuddha Bhakta or the pure devotee is always wants to serve the Krishna. So let me show you the video. Please be with me.
दो मंजिलें, एक मौका।
सभी यात्रियों का जन्म के इस स्टेशन पर हार्दिक स्वागत है। जन्म से मृत्यु स्टेशन तक का सफर तय करने के लिए सामने खड़ी दो ट्रेनों में से कोई एक ट्रेन चुने। दोनों ट्रेनों के मार्ग अलग अलग होते हुए भी अत्यंत रोमांचक तथा उपदेशकारी हैं। कृपया चलती ट्रेन से ना उतरें। प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 1 पे खड़ी हुई 8:55 की ट्रेन 420 डाउन जन्म दुरुपयोग एक्सप्रेस थोड़ी ही देर में रवाना होगी। प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 2 पर खड़ी हुई 9:05 की ट्रेन 108 अप जन्म शुद्धि एक्सप्रेस थोड़ी ही देर में रवाना होगी। दोनों गाड़ियां स्कूल तथा कॉलेज से होते हुए विविध स्थानों से गुजरकर अपने निर्धारित स्थानों पर पहुंचेंगी। जन्म दुरुपयोग एक्सप्रेस में यात्रा करने वाले सभी यात्रियों को शुभ यात्रा।
कॉलेज से होकर गलत संग का मार्ग लेते हुए जन्म दुरुपयोग एक्सप्रेस में आए हुए सभी यात्रियों का मैड लैब्स स्टेशन पर स्वागत है।
Everybody in the house, put your body in motion, rock your mind, rock your senses, come on, do some action. Let's come together and increase the passion. Heaven or hell, there is no reaction.
Come join the fun. Welcome to Mad Lab Station.
गधा बना दे.
Hello, Shankar Propaganda. Welcome to my world. Do you know who this old man is, Shankar? He is my father, a complete loser. This is me, Shankar. I am rich, handsome, famous, and successful. Don't you want to be a part of my world? Don't you want to be a boss, a winner, the hero? Then let me tell you my secret. It is money, Shankar, money. Money is my secret. Money is the key to my world of supreme glory and is the key to my world of supreme glamour and enjoyment. All you need is money, Shankar, and the world is in your hands. And all your desires will be satisfied, Shankar. What do you want in life? Don't you want this? And what will you do with all this money? Big houses, beautiful bungalows, and so much more. And of course, you must have nice, fast, sleek, and slender cars. And there is so much to satisfy your tongue. The cow, the chicken, slay them all and eat them for your satisfaction. And if you are tired at the end of the day, we have a lot of intoxication. We have drinks and we have smoking for you. A totally new world and many girlfriends also. And there are many easy ways of making money. Gambling, Shankar. Welcome to my world. Eat, beg, borrow, steal or kill. Forget the culture, forget the world, forget everybody. You must enjoy.
Don't you want to join me?
कॉलेज से अच्छे संग का मार्ग लेते हुए जन्म शुद्धि एक्सप्रेस डिवाइन जंक्शन पर आ रही है। आप सभी यात्रियों का स्वागत है। इस जंक्शन पे हम आपको जीवन की वास्तविक सफलता का रहस्य बताएंगे।
My life is not about external glamour, but about internal beauty. We are not this temporary body which is sometimes happy and sometimes sad. We are the eternal, blissful spirit soul. And the happiness of the soul is fully obtained only in connection with God. The secret of success of my life is a God-centered life. Money, cars, big houses, beautiful women, influence, power and prestige, you can try them all, but they can never satisfy your heart, your soul. My poor old friend told me I was dying. First I was dying to finish school and start college. And then I was dying to finish college and start working. Then I was dying to marry and have children. And then I was dying to retire. And now I am dying. And suddenly I realized I forgot to live. We all have so many desires, ambitions, goals and plans. And if we want real satisfaction, then all we have to do is simply dovetail them, connect them to the Lord. Chhodna nahi, bas jodna. And this will satisfy your heart unlimited. You can have big, beautiful houses and have an altar for the Lord, where your family and neighbors can come together for prayer. You can have wonderful programs for friends and relatives and sing and dance and relish the Lord's prasadam feast. You can cook thousands of dishes and offer it all to the Lord. The Lord has so kindly provided a variety of fruits and vegetables. We don't have to kill the poor animals who are God's children also. Eat healthy, eat sin-free.
Painting, music, poetry, literature, adventure, you can have it all in connection with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. And you will have happiness in this life and in the next. Thousands have lived and thousands will live thus and achieve the ultimate success of life. A life without Krishna is like nectar in the beginning, but poison in the end. But a God-centered life may seem like poison in the beginning, but it is unlimited nectar in the end. Do not hanker for the broken pieces of glass of this world, when you can have the diamonds of Krishna's kingdom. You have a choice now. Decide today. Do not lose this opportunity.
थिएटर जंक्शन में थियरी का अभ्यास करने के पश्चात हम आपका प्रैक्टिकल के लिए पब स्टेशन पर स्वागत करते हैं। यहाँ हम आप ही के पैसे लेकर आप ही के कान, आँख और शरीर का बैंड बजाएंगे।
डिवाइन स्टेशन में आध्यात्मिक ज्ञान की जानकारी प्राप्त करने के पश्चात हम आपको वास्तविक आनंद का अनुभव हमारे कीर्तन स्टेशन में कराएंगे।
पब स्टेशन के बाद आपकी इंद्रियां जरूर बेलगाम हो गई होंगी, अतः हम आपका बेलगाम स्टेशन पर स्वागत करते हैं।
चल रे रामू, चल निकल चिकन। अरे ठीक से पकड़, अंदर ला, चल चल चल, काटना शुरू करो उधर। हाँ चलो चलो, ये जल्दी कस्टमर खड़े उधर, काटो काटो काटो। अरे ठीक से काट, उसको दे इधर, चाकू दे इधर।
जल्दी कर जल्दी कर जल्दी कर, कस्टमर आ गए कस्टमर आ गए।
आइए आइए आइए, KFG मीट शॉप में आपके लिए खास तले हुए खेकड़े, पीसा हुआ भेजा, आग में भुना हुआ खरगोश, उबला हुआ बकरा, बंदर के खून का गरम सूप और आज की स्पेशलिटी में आपके लिए हम लेकर आए हैं मासूम गाय का नरम मांस। तो बताओ क्या काटूं?
आइए मिस्टर चैक, रेस कोर्स में आपका स्वागत है। पिछले हफ्ते आप घोड़े की रेस में बहुत बड़ी रकम हार गए, तो क्या आप आज भी खेलना चाहेंगे?
जॉनी, मैं हिंदुस्तान में पैदा हुआ, पर मैं इंग्लैंड गया। मैंने दृढ़ निश्चय सीखा। यू अंडरस्टैंड? मैं गारंटी देता हूँ कि इस बार हार मेरी नहीं होगी। जॉनी, मेरा दाव घोड़ा नंबर 3 पे लगाओ।
आज का जैकपॉट 3 करोड़ रुपए का है। देखते हैं आज का लकी विजेता कौन होगा। ऑन योर मार्क्स, सेट।
और ये निकले पांचों घोड़े बिजली की तेजी से। बॉब, तुम्हें क्या लगता है?
माइक, आज की रेस बहुत ही रोमांचक होने वाली है।
बॉब, मैं तुमसे पूरी तरह सहमत हूँ, पर ये क्या?
ये देखो, घोड़ा नंबर 3 आगे निकल गया है।
लेकिन माइक, तुम घोड़े नंबर 1 को मत भूलो। वो देखो, दाहिनी ओर से तेजी से आगे निकल रहा है, घोड़े नंबर 3 को टक्कर देने के लिए पूरी तरह तैयार।
बॉब, ये तो तय है कि जीत इन्हीं दोनों घोड़ों में से किसी एक की होगी। बाकी घोड़े तो काफी पीछे रह गए हैं। वाह, क्या कमाल की टक्कर है।
वो देखो माइक, घोड़ा नंबर 3 आगे निकल गया।
हाँ बॉब, अब तो ऐसा लगता है कि इस तूफान की तेजी से दौड़ने वाले घोड़े को कोई नहीं रोक सकता।
देखो माइक, घोड़ा नंबर 3 बिल्कुल फिनिशिंग लाइन के नजदीक। लेकिन ये क्या माइक, क्या तुम भी वही देख रहे हो जो मैं देख रहा हूँ?
हाँ बॉब, वो देखो, घोड़ा नंबर 1 बिल्कुल घोड़े नंबर 3 के बगल में।
पर माइक, घोड़ा नंबर 3 फिर भी 2 कदम आगे है।
बॉब, फिनिशिंग लाइन के बिल्कुल नजदीक।
और ये क्या, घोड़ा नंबर 1 जीत गया।
जिसने भी अपना दाव घोड़े नंबर 3 पर लगाया होगा, वो तो बिल्कुल बर्बाद हो चुका होगा।
नहीं।
वेलकम टू इंटॉक्सिका। यहाँ पर आपको सभी प्रकार की
कीर्तन नगर से आने वाली जन्म शुद्धि एक्सप्रेस के यात्रियों का सिटी ऑफ प्रिंसिपल्स उर्फ धर्मपुर में हम आपका स्वागत करते हैं। यह शहर 4 मीनारों के लिए अत्यंत प्रसिद्ध है। हमारे लोकल गाइड इसके बारे में आपको अधिक जानकारी देंगे।
आपके सामने है धर्म के 4 स्तंभ। जब जीव भगवान को भूलकर स्वतंत्र होकर भोग करने का प्रयास करता है, तब वह अनेक दुखों और क्लेशों से पीड़ित हो जाता है। इन सब से मुक्त होने के लिए उसे भगवान की शरण लेनी चाहिए और इसके लिए उसे धर्म के 4 स्तंभों का आश्रय लेना चाहिए। यह 4 स्तंभ हैं दया, तपस्या, सत्यम और शौचम। धर्म के 4 स्तंभों को बनाए रखने के लिए हमें 4 नियमों का पालन करना चाहिए और वह 4 नियम हैं मांसाहार न करना, मद्यपान न करना, जुआ न खेलना और अवैध संग न करना। मांसाहार करने से दया और कृपा की भावना केवल पशु के प्रति ही नहीं परंतु अन्य मानवों के प्रति भी कम हो जाती है। मद्यपान और जुआ दोनों ही मनुष्य को अंधा बना देते हैं। मनुष्य इन गिरी हुई क्रियाओं का शिकार बन जाता है। गर्भपात यह गैर जिम्मेदारी का सबसे भयानक परिणाम है। इसका कारण मनुष्य की अनियंत्रित इंद्रियां हैं।
बेलगाम स्टेशन से आने वाली जन्म दुरुपयोग एक्सप्रेस के सभी यात्रियों का हम रोगेश्वर जंक्शन पर स्वागत करते हैं। सुख की खोज में आप सभी ने अपनी इंद्रियां तोड़-फोड़ ली है, अतः हम आपको विविध प्रकार के रोग मुफ्त में बांटेंगे।
बोलो टाइफाइड गरम, टाइफाइड गरम, टाइफाइड गरम,
ठंडा मलेरिया, बोलो ठंडा मलेरिया,
इंस्टेंट कैंसर, इंस्टेंट कैंसर, इंस्टेंट कैंसर,
बोलो ठंडा मलेरिया, बोलो ठंडा मलेरिया,
बीपी टीबी, बोलो भाभी बीपी के टीबी।
धर्मपुर में 4 नियमों का पालन करने के बाद एक व्यक्ति का शरीर तो शुद्ध हो ही जाता है, परंतु भगवान की शरण लेने के हेतु से वह अपने मन के शुद्धिकरण पर भी ध्यान देता है। और इस कार्य के लिए इस कलयुग में एकमात्र सर्वश्रेष्ठ उपाय है हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र।
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
आपकी मायूसी का साथ इस गजल के द्वारा देंगे।
मत बनावो अपना जीवन नरक, अब तो जागो और चुनो तुम सही सच्चा मार्ग। मेरा आपको सबको एक ही संदेश, पालन करो तुम शास्त्रों में दिए हुए आदेश। सदा करो हरि नाम का जाप, मिट जाएगा आपका हर एक पाप। यही है जीवन का सार, और जाप से ही होगा अपना उद्धार। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
होशियार, यह आपका आखिरी स्टॉप है। यहाँ से मानव शरीर आगे नहीं जाएगा। आज आपके जीवन के सारे कर्मों का हिसाब किताब होगा।
सभी निराश और डरे हुए यात्रियों को आदेश है कि यहाँ मृत्यु के घाट चुपचाप उतर जाए। यहाँ स्टेशन पर हमारे प्यारे यमदूत आपका बेसब्री से इंतजार कर रहे हैं। तो आपको इसके पश्चात नर्क में ले जाएंगे।
भगवत नाम का जप करते हुए सभी यात्रियों का हम आनंदपुर में स्वागत करते हैं। जन्म स्टेशन से लेकर मृत्यु स्टेशन तक का सफर आपने जन्म शुद्धि एक्सप्रेस में किया है, जिसके कारण आप पूर्णतया शुद्ध हो चुके हो और इसी कारण आप असली आनंद का अनुभव कर रहे हो। एक खास व्यक्ति आपसे मिलने के लिए आतुर है, अतः उन्होंने आपके लिए एक खास वाहन भेजा है।
मनुष्य जन्म अत्यंत दुर्लभ है, अतः हमें हर क्षण सावधानी से व्यतीत करना चाहिए, क्योंकि हजारों स्वर्ण मुद्राएं देने के बाद भी मृत्यु के समय हम एक क्षण भी बढ़ा नहीं सकते। अपना पूरा जीवन इंसान सुख की खोज में व्यतीत कर देता है। वह यह सोचता है कि वह यह भौतिक शरीर है, अतः वह भौतिक चीजों में सुख ढूंढने की कोशिश करता है, परंतु उसे यह जानना चाहिए कि वह यह शरीर नहीं है, वह आत्मा है। अतः उसे सुख की प्राप्ति भगवत भक्ति से ही होगी। हम सभी को भी अपने जीवन में यह चुनने का अवसर मिलता है कि हमें जीवन शुद्धि एक्सप्रेस या जीवन दुरुपयोग एक्सप्रेस में बैठना है, और हमारे इसी चुनाव से
हमारा गंतव्य निर्धारित होता है। तो आप ही चुनिए आपको कौन सी ट्रेन में बैठना है।
So, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Then
Krishna.
I come tomorrow. Better. Most of the people are left, no?
Yeah, Prabhuji, it's almost 10:30. Since you have come,
नहीं कल मिलेंगे, कल
since you
मिलेंगे.
have come, Prabhuji.
I'll come tomorrow.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
Okay, just briefly, how is everything going? Nice?
Yeah, Prabhuji, everything's going nice, Prabhuji. I was just showing the video.
Good, good. A very beautiful video. Me in my mind you showed already?
Yes, that was the first video.
Only one thing, when you show all these videos, live off kar dena. That's what I do.
Yeah.
These are all copyrighted stuff. Then another thing is that same time, because we are not having batch in March, same time you should continue something with them.
Yeah, sure.
9 o'clock, no, continue. And this, I actually what I did, मेरा भी 3 बजे का क्लास होता था एक बारी बहुत टाइम पहले, तो मैंने वो 3 बजे के क्लास का लोग को मैं कंटिन्यू किया. मैंने दूसरा बैच भी नहीं लिया, उनके साथ 1.5 महीना रहा. वो 300 लोग था क्लास एंड करने तक, 250 लोग हर दिन अटेंड करता रहा. अब वो सारा टीचर बन गया. ठीक है. सो इट इज वेरी पावरफुल बिकॉज ये समय इनके लिए बहुत कन्वीनियंट है. तो सेम समय में आप कंटिन्यू रखिए and then you will also see the benefit of that. And anyway, जिस दिन 2 दिन आपका सैटरडे संडे को लेवल 2 होता है ना, उस दिन नहीं करना, उस दिन छोड़ देना उनको. बाकी दिन आप कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं and that will be very nice result it will come. And you can encourage them. लेवल 2 खाली वो लोग ज्वाइन करेंगे जो 18th क्विज को जाएंगे. कोई फायदा नहीं, उनको काम जबरदस्ती लेके जाते, वो इधर भी कुछ नहीं करते, उधर भी कुछ नहीं करते, कोई फायदा नहीं. खाली सीरियस लोग जो 18 क्विज कर लेंगे, 18th क्विज में लास्ट क्वेश्चन में उसका लिंक है. ठीक है ना?
Absolutely.
तो 18th क्विज में लास्ट प्रश्न पहुंचेंगे, उधर आपको मिलेगा कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन, आपने लेवल 1 खत्म किया, ये आपका सर्टिफिकेट है. अगर आपको लेवल 2 जाना, ये लिंक है, उधर लिंक मिलेगा, फिर रजिस्टर हो जाएंगे. ठीक है. आप माता से देख के उनका टेस्टिंग भी कर लेना उसका. ये मैंने उनको बोला है. एंड अदरवाइज आपका जो गौरी श्याम प्रभु जी का भी सुबह क्लास रहता है डेली, वो भी अटेंड कर सकते हैं शाम को. लेकिन ये ना 9 बजे का टाइम उनको बड़ा कन्वीनियंट है कुछ लोगों को, अपना जॉब का प्रोफाइल है, अभी तो सेलेक्ट किया है, तो इस समय में कुछ चलते रहना चाहिए. तो आपका भी रिश्ता रहेगा. लेकिन जिन दिन वो होता है, क्या कहते हैं, मेन प्रोग्राम होता है वो कॉलेज का, उस दिन छुट्टी दे देना. ठीक है. सबको एनकरेज करना है कि लेवल 2 ज्वाइन करें. लेकिन इसमें क्या है, कोई भजन सिखाना, कभी आपका वो, ये सब चलता रहेगा. और बाद में क्या होगा, जब बैच आएगा उसमें किसी स्टूडेंट को दे देना, ये छोड़ना नहीं. जब बैच आ जाएगा किसी स्टूडेंट को दे देना, वो भी कंटिन्यू कर सकता है. करेक्ट कृष्णा?
Yes.
ओके.
हरे कृष्णा.
और कैसा है, सब लोग वृंदावन आ रहे हैं? सबको बताया वृंदावन आने का?
यस प्रभु, वृंदावन के बारे में आई हैव ऑलरेडी इन्फॉर्म्ड एवरीवन.
इधर भी सबको बता देना आपको.
यहाँ पे भी बताया है प्रभु जी. लेवल 2 में भी देयर आर गुड अमाउंट ऑफ पीपल कमिंग टू वृंदावन.
ठीक है. वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. आप लोग का सब, मैं संडे को पहुंच रहा हूँ, आप भी संडे को पहुंच जाना. थोड़ा हम लोग अच्छे से ऑर्गेनाइज कोशिश करना.
Sure,
because now the number have crossed 500, it is going to touch 1000.
Oh, great.
So number has gone
हरि
up.
हरि बोल.
हमारा ना सेटअप भी वो होने का. भोगल आश्रम में हमको 140 कमरे मिल गए और 2 हॉल भी मिले होते, बड़े बड़े हॉल. और हमने आसपास 3 लॉज ऑलरेडी ऑन ले ली हैं. हम 260 रूम्स हो गए. तो अराउंड करीब 520 लोग उधर अभी अरेंजमेंट हो गया है. एंड रजिस्ट्रेशन हैज क्रॉस 500 ऑलरेडी. हम तो ढूंढ रहे हैं एक लॉज, फुल बुक कर रहे हैं लॉज 5 दिन के लिए, एक करके. एंड इन द सेम एरिया.
आई विल ट्राई टू रीच प्रभु बाय सैटरडे और बाय संडे.
ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम. आप देखो वो बॉम्बे से कर रहे हैं ना, आगरा का टिकट ले लो. आगरा का फ्लाइट आपको कन्वीनियंट रहता है.
प्रभु, आई हैव ऑलरेडी डन द बुकिंग टू जयपुर. आई एम कमिंग टू जयपुर एंड फ्रॉम जयपुर आई विल बी कमिंग टू
आपका काम, कुछ काम. ठीक है.
So either Saturday or Sunday I will be reaching Vrindavan.
इनको वृंदावन दिखाया कि आपने वृंदावन के बारे में बताया?
वृंदावन I have already informed them. I will re-inform them.
PDF नहीं दिखाया?
PDF भी दिखाया प्रभु जी. पूरा ग्रुप में शेयर किया है and I have discussed in the class also.
ठीक है, very good.
And I will take the sessions like I always take, science of self-realization, mind control techniques, cosmology, Golok. I will take sessions with them so that they are, and I am planning to take sessions on some other topics also. I'm preparing the content for that.
क्या प्रैक्टिस होता रहेगा उससे आपका डेवलप होता रहेगा ठीक है
Yes, yes,
ओके ओके
yeah. Hare Krishna,
हरे
Hare
कृष्णा
Krishna. Hare
पंचा
Krishna.
कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
नमः.
ठीक
Hare
है
Krishna.
कल आएंगे प्रभु जी कल
Sure.
कल कुछ एक ही आपका है श्याम वल्लभ का आपका ठीक है हरे कृष्ण
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. So you have seen he was Nam Nishta Prabhu, temple president of ISKCON Mangalore. The program which is running level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 is all his brainchild. So because of courtesy of Nam Nishta Prabhu, this entire program has been running. And as I have already informed you earlier that there is a big Vrindavan program going on. We are landing on basically reaching on Vrindavan 21st and 22nd onwards. For 4 days there will be Vrindavan program 22, 23, 24, 25. All the details are already been shared into the WhatsApp group also, the PDF of Vrindavan, the details of how to make the bookings, the links, everything's been shared. If you wish to be part of this spiritual tour with the Association of Devotees, nothing like it, please do come. I'm also coming. Namnishta Prabhu is already reaching on Sunday. I will try to reach on Saturday or Sunday. Great association of devotees, and when you are in the association of devotees, especially in Vrindavan, nothing like it, because we have seen the beauty of devotees when I was there in last year in Mayapur. So we have seen the 2 trains video. So who wants to board the Janam Durupyog Express and Janam Shuddhi Express? It's up to you. We have got this life. Jindagi milegi na dobara. We don't know whether we are going to get the human life or not. So since we have got the human life, let's make use of it. No regrets to be done. So let's make use of it so that we directly land to Golok, and Krishna give us a first class, executive class ticket, reserve ticket. And we are there always in association with Krishna doing devotional service. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Atish Prabhu, you are the opener of the quiz questions. Please ask questions. And but to be very honest, you Prabhu, Usha Mataji, it's good that you ask questions, but at the same time, I would encourage others also. If you have questions, please ask.
Okay,
Although I know
Maharaj.
it's quite late, but then also if you have questions, you feel free to ask. Hare
Yes.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I am very sorry. I have heard this shloka a couple of times, but I'm unable to remember. This Patitana Pavanabho, that shloka with just Nam Kirtan Maharaj.
Nam Nishta Prabhu.
Nam Nishta Prabhuji uttered. Would you please tell me once?
Prabhuji, this mantra we always do towards the end of the class also. So when we end the class, before the end of the class, if you closely scrutinize or monitor it, we also do the same thing. It's Vaishno Pranam mantra. Vancha kalpadru bhaischa kripa sindhu bhai eucha patitanam paone bhyo Vaishno namo namo. That's the Vaishno Pranam mantra.
And you said, what is the name of this mantra? You said Vaishnav Pranam mantra.
Vaishno Pranam mantra, yes.
Vaishno Pranam mantra. I will also search it in net and will save it somewhere.
Yes, it's available. It's everywhere available.
Okay. Another question is, see, Maharajji, I am very sorry at this moment. I am not very good with cash. But Vrindavan, I think I'm going to miss this opportunity.
Prabhu, if you see, the cost of this entire tour is just 5,000 rupees. So you have to make your travel arrangement to Vrindavan, to and fro to Vrindavan itself. And from Vrindavan, that means from 22nd onwards, or if you are coming on 21st, till the program, the lodging, the accommodation, the food, the travel, everything is within 5,000 rupees. Not a big amount, not a very big amount, 5,000 rupees per person. And but
it is not.
Irrespective of the amount, Prabhuji, the joy, the Vrindavan Leela of Krishna and the association of devotees, that is difficult to get. We at any moment of time we can plan on our after we can plan on own, we can go, but that will be kind of picnic, Prabhuji. Sightseeing.
Definitely,
Sightseeing is
definitely.
different, and tirth, pilgrimage with devotees is really different, Prabhuji.
Very different, very different. Okay, I will definitely try, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, and I am again sorry. Every day I'm trying to take out time for the quiz. I am unable to do it even today. From tomorrow onwards,
Prabhuji,
how many?
commitment has to be there, Prabhuji. If anyone who wants to do level 2 has to complete the quiz. Without quiz, you cannot go to the level 2, Prabhu.
What is the last date of submitting the
Why,
quiz?
Prabhu? Why, Prabhu, you are waiting for the last day? We are doing the chapters every day, like we are completing 14 chapter today. Okay, so you can attend the quiz of the same chapter today. You will be very fresh. You know what has been discussed in the class, and it will
Yes,
be very easy to answer the quiz, Prabhu. But if you keep on piling up the quiz for the last day, then the last day will also go, and
yes.
you will miss that also, and then definitely you will not get opportunity to join the level 2.
No, 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 no. I will do it. I will do it. I will surely do it. Thank you so much for all the good things that you have taught me. I am really grateful to you and Lord Krishna, and I hope that I engage myself in devotional service even more and follow the
Hare,
footsteps.
sure, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Chapter number 11, I will upload the video on the channel. Chapter number 10, since I have taken the class from outside, I accidentally didn't save the video, but I will give the link of the chapter 10, which I have done in the previous sessions. So you will get the link of it, but it will be of previous sessions. Chapter
Okay.
chapter will remain the same.
Okay, Maharaj ji,
You
pranam.
you can see all these chapter videos onto my on the YouTube channel, which is there. You can have a reference to it. Yeah.
Sure,
Hare
sure.
Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Usha Mataji.
Shamataji, please ask your question.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I am a good student. I can say I have completed all the quizzes till
Hare
yesterday,
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
and
Hare
I
Krishna.
am actually made my notes. So I by 12 o'clock today I'll hopefully complete my 14th quiz also.
Hare Krishna.
Uh, and I have felt that whenever we have done the quizzes after the class, it is useful. Like you can finish it in a better way, because otherwise next day you will feel forgetful. So that was the reason, like I was asking that one video is missing. I was the one who said
Okay.
this one is there. So actually, even if reading the Gita, it will not help, but what you have said actually stays in my mind better. So I try to not miss any class. As of today, it was successful. Prabhuji, my question today, I'm sorry, I don't know, maybe I'm a teacher, but I have a lot of questions myself, so I
Please,
keep
please.
on
No issues.
disturbing you
No, Mataji. Please,
every
please
day,
feel free.
because my idea is like if I don't understand, that question will come definitely in the quiz and I'll not be able to answer. And I don't do open book. I really close and I try
Great,
to
great, great.
understand
Great,
this
Mataji.
one.
Great.
That is the reason I keep on asking questions, Prabhuji. So please
Come.
excuse.
No, Mataji.
Excuse.
Please feel free to ask questions. Not at all,
Yeah,
Mataji. Please.
Prabhuji, my question today is like when the three gunas, satogun, tamogun, rajogun, I understood quite well. Today was much better than yesterday's class. I can tell honestly. My question to you is like, so the person you said Shuddha Bhakt is the one who is above these three gunas, and that is attained by doing pure devotion. My confusion today is like I felt I don't have shame in sharing that I pressed that it is rajogun I have, because I'm driven towards career. So I felt that I am a rajoguni. But in the meantime, I do my chantings like not Vishnu's this one, but Vishnu Sahasranam and all other things which I have been taught. So my question to does that like take away the my will it nullify my rajogun and help me to move towards the satogun or the sadbhakta, or I have to totally give up on my career where I actually help in teaching the students from the underprivileged society. So that is the place where I'm working actually. So my question to you is, how will you rate me? Like I am passion driven to make sure that all the students are getting proper education and they are settled. But at the same time, when I hear from you, I feel that I am a Rajoguni because I am not dedicating more time to my self awareness or my maybe towards God, because I do give some time to God, but not all the time. So, how do you rate me as a devotee? Am I right when I rate myself as a Rajoguni?
Mataji, to be very honest, most of us are in Rajoguna. Most of us, not only you, most of us are in Rajoguna. But if you want to be a Shuddha Bhakt or a pure devotee, or if you want to elevate yourself for mode of goodness, Satogun, that doesn't mean that you have to leave your career. That doesn't mean that you have to leave everything and do the devotional service. See, you have to do justice. If you have to do justice with your activities, and if you are a teacher, that is the most important thing. You are shaping the career of your students. So since you are shaping the career of the student and you're doing justice to them, that's really great. But there are many people who just take this opportunity and they relax and they consume the time. They are not doing justice with their work. That is wrong. But whatever you have the time, whatever you have the time, you have to devote to Krishna, whenever you have free time. So instead of wasting that free time, instead of gossiping, instead of time wasting, instead of Facebooking, instead of going to Insta, instead of chit chatting, unutilization of the time should not be there. It should be utilization of the time towards devotional service. For this, you don't have to leave your career, you don't have to leave your family, you don't have to leave the society, you don't have to leave anything. तोड़ना नहीं मैम, तोड़ना नहीं है माता जी. You have to जोड़ना, you have to add. What you have to add? Chanting. And your heart should be pure. You should not do something wrong with anyone. You don't have to have a jealous or envious thinking for someone. The 26 gun of Jnani people, which we discussed yesterday, has to be there. So slowly it will be there coming. You can elevate yourself if you can do 16 round of chanting in the entire 24 hours. Entire 24 hours. However busy you are. See, normally people say that I am busy, I don't have the time. So for them, I can only answer that you are not busy, you are actually mismanaged. Your time is basically mismanaged. If everyone see, closely monitor, scrutinize their time spending, I can very clearly say that 4 to 6 hours of the time has been wasted, useless. For what? Nothing. So maybe I would request to take this question tomorrow. How can we utilize the time? But if you can do 16 round of chanting with pure heart, with pure devotional to the Krishna, then you are already elevating yourself to Shuddha Bhakt, or in the preliminary stage of Satoguna. So
thank you, Prabhuji.
I cannot rate yourself, Mataji, because you know yourself the best. You know yourself the best. I can know myself the best. You can know yourself the best. So you have to rate yourself. And when you rate yourself, when you evaluate yourself, you have to be really free. You have to be really perfect, because you are going to rate yourself, and the rating will be remaining with you. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanyavad.
There was one Dr. Mataji was there who has raised a hand, and I think she has left or what. Yes, Guru Prasad Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
I have a
Prabhuji.
question regarding this vegetarian and non-vegetarian food. In that, even the plants has life. So, how it will be like?
Prabhuji, this question is going to come tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. That means we are going to discuss actually we are going to discuss every day. 15, 16, 17 chapter is all about what kind of food a Satoguna eats, what kind of food the Tamoguna eats, what kind of food Rajoguna eats, and whether the plant also have life. So whether the plant can be consumed or not. We can take this question tomorrow or after tomorrow, Prabhuji. The question is going to come.
Okay, Prabhuji. One more, Prabhuji. On that day, I have sent one WhatsApp message to you also regarding one of my doubt. Like on that day when Duryodhana and Arjuna seeking help from Krishna, Lord Krishna, regarding. So when Duryodhana asked for the army of Krishna, So, which is going to fight against the Arjuna and Sri Krishna. So, why he gave his army to them? That question.
You want to say why Krishna gave his army to Duryodhana, right?
Duryodhana, yeah, right.
Yes.
Right, Prabhuji.
See, first of all, that God is so merciful. God is so generous that anyone ask any kind of support to God, God never denies it. And second, when he has given his army, he also wanted to liberate his army. He was very clearly knowing that in the battlefield people are going to die. So there are many armaments within his side, within his army, whom he wanted to liberate. So with a purpose of liberation, he has given his army. And if you know, if you read Bhagavatam, one of the very important purpose why Krishna basically came in this yug is basically to reduce the weight of the earth. There was huge amount of surplus weight was there because of papa which was happened. So to liberate it, to reduce the weight, he has come. So he wanted to liberate everyone, including his army men also. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, is there any other question?
No, Prabhuji.
Mataji,
No more
I'm
questions.
extremely sorry. Today is quite late and I'm holding you also.
No problem.
Yeah, I will upload the chapter 10 and 11. 10 will be of previous session, and 11 I will upload. Definitely have not yet uploaded. Sorry, I am also tied up in the daily work and couldn't get the time. I will share the PPTs also for 3-4 days which is pending. I will share that PPTs also. Till then, Vancha Kalpatru Bhaisya Kripa Sindhu Bhayacha Patitanam Pavane Bhayo Vaishno Namo Namo. So till tomorrow, Hare Krishna, Radhe Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.